Hi, everybody. I'm Commish Orr. Who's better, a team of American League or National League Hall of Famers, or a team of great players not in the Hall of Fame? Find out now on Baseball Maelstrom. It is April 5th, and we are in Oakland at the Oakland Coliseum as the Detroit Rockets come to town to face the Oakland Jacks for the final game of their three-game series. On the mound for Detroit, Dave Stieb, and he'll face off against Jack Morris for Oakland. This game was a total slugfest, starting in the first inning, where Jack Morris just couldn't get it done. The very first inning, you had he allowed a 3-run homer to Alex Rodriguez, driving in Ichiro and Charlie Blackwell. And then after Adrian Beltre singled, Dick Allen hit a 2-run shot. And by the time the dust settled, Detroit was up 5-0 at that point. Oakland responded, though, in the second inning against Dave Stieb, batting around. Reggie Jackson led off the inning with a walk. Joe DiMaggio with a 2-run shot to drive him in. Stieb just couldn't get out any, had a hard time getting some outs the second inning. Hank Greenberg walked. Minnie Minoso had a triple. Joe Gordon singled him in. Rod Carew then hit a 2-run shot in the second inning. And so Oakland scored 6 runs of their own in the second to go up 6-5. They'd score 2 more runs in the third, thanks to a 2-run homer by Robin Yount. That put them up 8-5 at that point. However, in the fourth inning, Jack Morris again struggled. Lou Whitaker singled to lead off the fourth. Bill Freehand did fly out, and Kenny Lofton also flew out. So it looked like Steve was going to get out of that one, Jack Morris was going to get out of that one. But then he allowed back-to-back homers to Ichiro, Charlie Blackwell, and Alex Rodriguez had his second homer of the game. And that was enough to pull Jack Morris after 3 2/3 innings. Ted Lyons came in and kind of got out of that inning with no more damage done. But Detroit took the lead back 9-8 at that point. We head to the 7th, and with Lyons still in, Lou Whitaker led off with a double, and then Bill Freehand hit a 2-run shot. Later in the inning, after Ichiro walked, Alex Rodriguez, Ichiro walked and stole second. Alex Rodriguez drove him in with a single, and then Adrian Beltre hit a 2-run homer. And that gave Detroit 5 more runs to put them up 14-8 at that point. Louis Tiant came in, pitched the middle innings for Detroit in relief. And in the 7th, he allowed a 2-run homer to Mickey Cochran, driving in Rod Carew, who had doubled to lead off the inning. Urban Shocker came in to close things out, hopefully for Detroit. And he was able to do just that with 3 strong innings of relief. Detroit would add 2 more runs in the 9th, though, against Bullet Rogan, thanks to a couple of RBI singles. And so Detroit wins this one 16-10, the highest scoring game of the Baseball Maelstrom season, and showing once again that you don't have to be a team of Hall of Famers to do well in this league. We look Detroit at the box score. We see Detroit had 16 runs on 23 hits, no errors, and Oakland had 10 runs of their own on 12 hits and no errors. And looking again at the offense here, we see Alex Rodriguez went 4 for 5 with 5 RBI thanks to those 2 homers. He also walked once. He's hitting .526 so far through the first 5 games. But of course, he wasn't the only one. You had Ichiro, Charlie Blackwell, Adrian Beltre, and Dick Allen all had 3 hits. Lou Whitaker had 4 hits, 4 for 6 in the number 8 spot. Bill Freehand was 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. Only Bobby Veach was 0 for 4, which is surprising because he came into this game 8 of 9 maybe against Oakland, and they held him silent 0 for 4. He did walk twice though, but everybody else in the Detroit lineup had a hit. Again, Oakland had 10 runs of their own, so on the Oakland side of things, I mean, Rod Carew was 2 for 5, 2 RBI. Mickey Cochran was 3 for 5 with 2 RBI. Joe DiMaggio 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. So they had some good hitting of their own going there. If we look at the pitching lines, it is pretty brutal. Dave Stieb only lasted 2 1/3 innings, 8 runs allowed, all earned, 2 walks, didn't strike out any. Louis Tiant didn't do too bad except for that 2-run shot that he allowed. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, those 2 runs. Did strike out 3. Urban Shocker, though, 3 innings pitched and only allowed 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 1. Louis Tiant with the win there. Jack Morris gets brutalized on Oakland, picks up the loss. He only pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowed 12 hits, 9 runs. Didn't walk any, but he allowed 5 homers on his own. Ted Lyons, 3 1/3, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks. He also allowed 2 homers. So yeah, Detroit hit 7 home runs this game. And, Oakland hit 4 of their own. Another interesting thing is in the 5th inning, Hank Greenberg pulled a muscle on a strikeout and had to leave the game. Ben Taylor came in for him. He was DHing that game. But no long-term damage done for Greenberg. So he'll return shortly. But that's it. Detroit wins this one 16-10. Detroit moves to 4-1, and Oakland drops to 2-3. That's all for now. Subscribe now or head over to baseballmaelstrom.com to follow the action. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Baseball Maelstrom.